Hi, welcome to the Kindle Chronicles. This is episode 729. Len Edgerly. We are in Sanibel, and I have a guest host for this special edition of the podcast because Darlene's sister Gail is visiting from Lake City, Florida, and I was going to be talking to you about the new Colorsoft, Kindle Scribe Colorsoft tablet, which I've been trying as a review copy for the last few days. I thought, I'll see if Darlene wants to talk to me about it and she could ask questions. So I went into the kitchen and I thought I saw Darlene in the kitchen getting coffee, and instead it was her sister Gail. So I said, Gail, would you like to be the host of the Kindle Chronicles this morning? And you, being a brave soul, said, what?
I'll take the risk.
Did you, you said you had a disclaimer. You said you're not a techie.
That is so true. I feel like I'm coming out of the Stone Age.
You have a Kindle.
I do.
You have a Fire tablet, and you have a computer. So you have some technology in your life. And do you like it? Do you use it a lot? Or what's your relationship with technology?
Well, as far as technology goes, I just wanted to do what I wanted to do and not give me a hard time. And then when we have that relationship going, I'm a happy camper.
I love that. So one of the requirements is that it can't give you a hard time.
That's totally it, yeah.
And like when it wants to do updated software, that's probably in the giving you a hard time category.
Yes, and I think my own ignorance, too, of not being able to find my way around, too.
Yeah. Well, and I was telling you in the kitchen, this is the Kindle Scribe Colorsoft, which is going to be released today at 9 a.m. It'll go live on the website. And Amazon sent me a review copy, which I've had for, I think, about 3 days. And I've been just learning how to use it. And I did a 15-minute video, which will go live at YouTube at 9 o'clock.
Oh.
But so there it is. What questions do you have about it?
My first impression is I absolutely love the way the color is on this. I love that, you don't think you're living in a black and white world until you see color. And the color is very subtle. And I love that. And it just adds a whole new dimension to this. And it looks like Len have put on, like you said, 1,000 books of yours is on here.
Yeah, and if you tap on any of those, you'll see the cover of it. You'll see even more color.
So amazing storage. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. And
wow.
I don't know what that... Oh, some of these Amazon's trying to sell to me. So.
I see. So they recommended them for
you.
And
gosh, I wish I had more time to read because there's so much time to read.
Okay, and so it looks like the lighting is good on this too, like for reading.
Yeah. Oh,
and I like that.
Yeah, you can adjust the lighting, and here's our home screen. So
how does this upgrade from what I have, my simple Fire tablet?
Okay, so the big difference in your Fire tablet is like my iPad, because it's got the color is real bright on your Fire tablet, just like it is here.
Yeah.
And that's because it's... and I don't want to press my understanding of the technology, but it's an LCD screen, and so the whole technology of how the screen is rendered is different. And on this here, the Kindle, when it came out 18 years ago, had a technology called e-ink, and it was just black and white. And it didn't require a bright light shining. It was like a piece of paper.
Yeah,
the first Kindle, you had to have a light on it, whereas your Fire tablet or this thing, it has its own light, and that's why it's so bright and beautiful.
But this has got to be easier on the eye.
Oh yes.
Which if you're engaging in writing or reading, you need it easy on your eye.
That's right. And then the other thing, which I had fun talking about on the video I did, is it's a focused space that on your Fire tablet or on an iPad and on a computer, there's now so many distractions.
Right,
you'll get
somebody
sent you a text message or this or that, and on the Kindle right from the start, it was just about reading a book. And at first, all you could do was read the book, and then they've gradually added things you can highlight in the book, and you can do things. And now with the notebook side of the let's see,
I want that one.
You want to see some poetry? Some of my poetry is a little. All right, here's one I wrote. This is you can write on it. So
that's cool. Yeah, I like that.
But when I'm writing on this in my journal or poetry, I'm not distracted on the Scribe because
right. No
that's
commercials.
all there's no commercials.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Right.
Now, can you not write on the? Is the new thing that you can write on this, or could you write on the other ones?
You could write on the other one. So here's which is at 9 o'clock. This is going to become the old one, and it's this is actually the second version of it. So it's just black and white.
Did you draw that?
No, they
okay.
have these
Okay.
too. So, I've kept my journal on this. Let's see, for the past couple of years, I think, and just writing in black and white, and that's been really nice.
This is so much better having that little bit of color. I just love that.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. It's something more inviting. That is not as inviting to me to use. So that makes it user friendly, I guess.
I think it is, and what I have been experimenting with or wondering. See, up there to your left there are all my journals, and I've been keeping journals for decades.
Okay.
Just writing them and typing them out.
Yeah.
Wow. And I've been writing now for the past 3 years like this. So the question I was sort of considering is, what will color add to my journaling? What do you think it might add? If you could write black and white, but then you could have some color pens to write with.
Oh yeah, I do, and I do that all the time when I read. I highlight,
yeah,
and I underline. I mean, I want I want to be able to reference it quickly to go back to what I loved on that page. You know what I mean? So color is good for that, right?
Oh yeah, and that's one thing I really enjoy, because when they went to the color, there's a smaller Kindle that also has color. So now when you highlight, like if I just want to highlight that sentence,
okay,
it's a color.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and you can even change what color. You could make it yellow, and you could have.
But they're muted. They're not like my bright yellow highlighter is like a neon almost. So I love this. The colors are muted. They're gentle.
Yeah, yeah.
And they could say different things to you. I suppose you can divide colors up like this. This said this to me, and the green said that to me.
Yeah. For a while, I was saying, okay. Sometimes I'll highlight something just because I love the writing. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'll highlight because I want to remember it in case I'm going to interview the author. So you could have different categories of highlights.
Right.
And then you can pull them all up. Like you could print up all your highlights.
That's cool.
And then,
this has definitely a step up with diversity, doesn't it?
Yeah. And so here's, when I was playing around with it, I was doing I never do things. I'm showing Gail a page here that I did on the Scribe.
You're scribbling like a kid. You're acting like
right, and it's playful,
Yeah, it's playful. That's a way to say it.
And when I'm writing, following the lines, it's surprising like a kid. Mm-hmm. But that's. I wondered if. Left brain, right brain, intuitive, rational.
Okay.
Color seems to me something that is more the right side of the brain. Do you think that's right?
I think we're as humans, we're wired for color. I think it goes way back to how we were created, and I think our Creator loves color.
Yeah.
And color is a whole other dimension. I think there's colors we haven't even seen yet.
Really?
They do. I think heaven actually has colors that we haven't even seen. I think it has dimensions that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
And I could say that speaks to how we're wired.
Yeah.
So I mean, not that we're getting more like this with our tech, but I think this defining something here is maybe bringing it more to like how it's more relatable to us.
Yeah. Huh.
That's deep. Huh?
Well, I love it, but and what I did a little experiment on the video, which it'd be fun for you to watch later.
I look forward to seeing that. The big release at 9 o'clock.
That's right. You can't see it till 9 o'clock. It's embargoed. I signed a document.
That's
I will not,
right. I won't pressure you.
But I wondered if after the decades of journaling, and I'm 75 now, and if when I have my private time with my journal, which nobody reads, it's just for me, and it's just I learn things about my life when I write about it in the present, and then when I look back and I say, well, I wonder what I was thinking about when I was in my 30s, and I can see it.
I wish I could actually just see where I was at as a very young person.
Right.
I wish there was a record of that, or like a video you could
like
capture.
a body cam.
Yeah, I truly, like, what was I really like in high school?
Well, And now with color and doing things like this, fanciful drawing I was doing when I was thinking about the video, I guess I hope I might see things or express things in a new dimension because now there's color.
That's what I'm saying. You're actually bringing out a new dimension of Len with color.
Yeah.
And that's cool. So I like if we were to say, should people go out and get one of these? Well, yeah, if you're going to get one, why not take this advantage right on the get-go?
Yeah.
Rather than start with the old and work up to it. And I think this is... Are we going to get a bonus for selling this thing?
Well, and it's interesting, too, because part of what I was sharing in the video, and I wanted to make clear here, is that they have... this is the only one that you can buy now. It's $400 for this thing here.
I see.
Which is, cheaper than an iPad, and but it's a fair amount of money. These 3 new versions of the Scribe that are going to be released today, the cheapest one is going to be $430, only $30 more than this. And it's...
And what is this one that we're working on now?
Okay, so this one here would cost $630.
This is the top one.
Yeah, this is called the Kindle Scribe Colorsoft. And so you can kind of work your way up. For somebody who has been journaling just on paper and says, I might want to try one of these Kindle Scribe things, you could, the entry level is now going to be $400. These 3 new ones, this is lighter and thinner than this one, and I think it's faster. I mean, it's not sort of measurably so.
You think it's faster? The new one is faster?
It feels a little faster.
Okay.
Sometimes when they make these engineering breakthroughs, you can see in the specifications, it's so many megahertz, gigahertz, who knows what hertz.
Yeah.
But I can sometimes just sort of sense that it's faster and zippier.
Okay. Don't you kind of just adjust to what speed a thing
Yeah,
is?
I think so.
Your mind.
And I've had a great time with this. I've done all kinds of creative things. Not only my journal, but I get
you
ready
can
for
scribble
meetings.
on that one too.
Yeah. This is all about the same kind of a thing, and but it doesn't have color. And so now, and see, this has what they call a front light, so you could read this in the dark. The new one is going to offer a Scribe without a front light, so you'd be kind of back to the old days of the Kindle where you have to have a light shining on it to read.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, but that's only $430. Then if you want the one with the light, you have to pay another $70, and that's $500. You're still not in color yet. But
you're not in color till the top dog? That's
right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I would go all the way.
You'd go all the way?
I would. If you're going to enjoy something, why not?
Yeah.
This is nice. I love the color.
And there's one that, there's a distinction in the color ones in terms of how much storage. The one that 32 gigabytes.
And what did you say? How many books did you have on
yours?
1,000?
1,000 books.
So you need storage.
No, but so they're all in the cloud. So at any one time, they're not actually on the tablet. And when I looked at my storage, I never even come close to 32 gigabytes. So there's no reason to spend 680 in my usage to get up to the 64 gigabytes, which would be twice as much storage. It'd just be like an empty house.
What about pictures, though? Does this have a camera on it?
No camera.
Oh, no camera.
And you can't put photo. See, now you're...
You don't need that storage then.
That's right.
So much, because mine is almost all pictures.
Yeah. Like on your Kindle Fire, you can do photos, and you might download a video to watch on a plane and different things.
Yeah.
That's when you need more storage.
But this doesn't do that.
No, and that's why you don't really need a bunch of storage in my use of it.
So the storage is for your personal stuff that you've written.
Yeah, in other words, everything that's physically on it now, if there was no internet...
And that never goes to the cloud.
Well, everything is always backed up. Like when you buy a Kindle book, it's in the cloud, and then you can download it to this. You can download it to all your different devices.
I see.
But if you hadn't downloaded it to this, and then you were away from Wi-Fi, you couldn't read the book because it has to be sort of loaded into your thing.
Yeah, that's how mine is.
But I probably have, 10 or 20 books at a time on the device, and that's plenty. I can't read more than that. If I was on a desert island, I could last a long time with the ones that I physically downloaded on there. Yeah. So
what do you think, Lynn? Okay, you're quizzing me. I mean, you seem to be pretty sold on this. You seem to really like it.
Oh, yeah. for me, and because journaling and all of this technology is so important to me, I would instantly get, at 9 o'clock, I would be hitting the buy button. And the good news is, although these are brand new and they've really been working hard to get them ready, if somebody buys them today on Amazon, they'll ship it immediately. And depending on how quickly you get your Amazon stuff,
nice.
you'll have it before Christmas. And
so do you think, okay, so we're crossing a line here
Yeah.
that will probably never go back to black and white. So do you think in the future these will actually go down? Technology
probably,
goes down,
sure,
right?
yeah. I mean, it's sort of the pricing will it gets bumped up because there's new things it can do. Like one thing that these don't do yet, which I would love it if they do. I'd love it if there was a microphone. And so if you're reading a book, you could say, hey, I don't understand this sentence from Ulysses, James Joyce, kind of impenetrable. And then on the screen, it would show me something from ChatGPT that would talk about the book.
So you want kind of a Lexus you want to interact with?
Yeah, just to talk to the book, and...
okay.
But that would be something that would be an additional feature, and if they do that,
that's a good idea. I hope they're listening to you.
Yeah. Well,
and you should patent that idea.
Exactly. Well, every once in a while I send them. Actually, I sent them an idea. There's another company that made something like this called The Remarkable, and I thought this is so good. Amazon should make one of these. And at that point, they didn't have a scribe. So I showed it to the guy, one of the executives at one of the media things. I said, hey, Dave, you guys really need to make something like this. And he says, well, do you love it? Is it great? And I said, yeah, it's great. And, you should make it, and you should call it a Kindle Scribe. That'd be a cool name for it. So 3 years later,
oh my gosh,
it comes out.
You need to patent your thoughts.
Well,
if that's possible, to patent your thoughts.
Yeah, and I'm sure that there were people on Amazon.
Do you think there's other people on Earth who thought of that?
I don't know, but it was so much fun when it came out.
Yeah, that is cool.
And they said, well, we have a new thing, and it's called the Kindle Scribe. I said, the Kindle Scribe? That was just what I... So that's part of why I love it, because it's, I feel like I named it, or I at least, it's probably more I foresaw the name. I saw the name coming.
Yeah, that was a good thought.
Yeah, but it's because it's like the scribes of old,
And scribe is what you're scribbling on here.
Yeah.
Scribing on there. So what is your very favorite thing about this, Len?
Well, I think it's the color.
See, here we are again.
Yeah, it's full circle. It's just back to color. And I in some ways, I feel as excited about the color as you had your reaction looking at it, because I've gotten so used to not having color on the Scribe, and it feels like a door that's. I think I did a graphic that was in color, and I was just playing with what ideas will come to me when I'm writing in color.
Interesting.
And I could feel it. It was, I felt calm, and I felt relaxed, and I was...
well, especially these colors. Sometimes everything in our world is just so darn bright and neon-y, and, we accept that. Even like I said, my highlighting markers are all that way.
Yeah.
But these are calm colors, which was very smart. Whoever did this is psychology to that.
Right.
Yeah. So remember when we had black and white TV, and then when you went to colored, it was like, how did we stand black and white?
I know.
But I still love those old movies, and they're in black and white, and my grandkids come over and they say, Grandma, what is wrong with your TV?
Right.
So someday we'll pick up the black and white Kindle and we'll say, oh, what,
Remember when?
Remember when?
Colored, yeah.
So I think it's actually crossed a big line here into the future, and they need to pay attention to you, Len, because you live on the cutting edge, and then you dream beyond the cutting edge. They need to listen to you, and I hope they are, with your ideas, even adding the microphone and adding the interaction thing with the books. I mean, you're just speaking into the future, and they need to listen to it.
Well, I agree. Do you hear that, Amazon people that are listening to this? Well, I don't want to monopolize you. I think Darlene's looking forward to having some coffee with you. And thank you very much. You just jumped in, and this was a wonderful way to introduce the Colorsoft to my listeners. So thank you, Gail.
Yes, thank you, Len, for having me.
Thank you, Gail. That was a great way to introduce my listeners to the Colorsoft. And just that whole idea. I loved it when she said that color, we're wired for color because the creator loves color. And Gail's a wonderfully deep person and very intelligent, so that was a fun way to talk to you about the Colorsoft. I want to finish up, there's part of the Colorsoft, and all three of the new Kindles, I think, have the same capability. There's more and more AI showing up, and one thing in particular that's of interest to me is that you can now ask questions of the you type them, and you can also write them on the Scribe. If you have a question about something that you put in one of your notebooks, say your journal, and you want to say, well, what were the main themes of my journal in the past year? You just enter that as a search, and it's searching all your notebooks and coming up with an answer that's quite amazing and interesting right there on the Scribe. So that's new, that's exciting. It's not compelling to me because I have gotten so used to using Google's Notebook LM, which constantly is updated, and you can ask questions, and then it'll make a podcast interview, and now it'll make a video. And so the things that it can do with what I'm writing on the Scribe and porting over through my computer into Notebook LM are far more advanced than what's on the Kindle. But bravo to Amazon to be building these things in. And I think for a year or two ago, they added the capability to summarize a notebook and then to change it to a legible script. And so they're moving pretty quickly to bring AI into the Scribe itself. And so that's something that I want to mention here. I didn't get into it that much in the video because for me, as I learned in talking to Gail, it's all about the color. And the color is such a deep and profound aspect of life. If you have your vision and you can see color, that's just pretty amazing. And now that the Scribe, the top-end version of the Scribe, the Colorsoft, has the capability to highlight and draw in color, that's pretty exciting. Thanks for listening. I'm thinking of the Kindle Chronicles episodes now as more like reunions, since my life is so full these days. I'm grateful for the space that's been created by having the podcast go to an occasional basis, and I've stepped away from the morning journal and the Substack posts till the end of the year. I'm not sure what form I'll take. I'm finding that the less content I put up on the internet, the more my life seems to be open to serendipity. And Darlene and Deb will say, well, we're going to go on a boat ride to Cabbage Key and look for shelves. You want to come? I say, yeah, sure. I'm not having these other things that I love, and they're so satisfying. And I love engaging with you, my audience here too. So there's a little bittersweet quality to the extra space in my life these days because I'm backing away. But I'm grateful when Amazon invites me to an event and I get to see something new like the new Scribe, and then they send me a review copy. Boy, I dust off my reporter's gear, and it's very exciting, and I'm very grateful to be able to talk about it and to talk to you about it. And we've got a half an hour before the deadline. I hope I can remember how to get this up through Libsyn, and so it's on the it's everywhere available, and I'll have to make sure I don't hit that publish button before the embargo lifts at 9 a.m. If you have any questions, you can send me an email at lenedgerly@gmail.com, and thanks for listening.